Good morning, everybody. Another segment of Frankly My Dear. So, man, I'm gonna dive right into it. Last night I watched Triple G, CANELO, 2, 24/7. Stayed up to 12. It ended at 12. Late night, even though I had to get up early, but it was interesting. All right, and I must admit, man, initially before this fight, I wasn't really that interested, mainly because I feel like a lot of casuals and the media, they've kind of built this fight as something it's not, which they build it as the two best in boxing fighting one another, which is not true in my opinion. These are two guys who they both elevated. I will say CANELO, to me, CANELO's resume has always been more impressive than Triple G's. I won't fault Triple G too much a couple years ago because he was fighting the guys who would fight him, and he was fighting. That's who he was fighting, all right? But I feel like it's been hyped to this big old, the best of an era type fighters fighting each other. So I haven't been too excited about it. I always looked at it as a matchup. The casuals want it, as far as especially the rematch. The rematch, to me, I never really gave my thoughts on the first fight. In my opinion, the first fight, it wasn't all that exciting to me. Okay, I've seen several fights that have been more exciting than that Triple G CANELO 1 fight. The thing, it was just puzzling to me after it, how many people were hyping it up like it was some great clash, this and that. It wasn't even an all-time great fight to me. It wasn't what people thought it would be, because these boxers aren't who people who people think they are. Like I said, a lot of people have been influenced by the media, and these are two of the only boxers that they know. They know Triple G because of the knockouts. They know CANELO because of his marketability. All right, but to me, the first fight was not all that exciting. It had its moments where it was okay. I was one of the ones who felt like Triple G won. I felt like CANELO started strong. I felt like Triple G gained momentum in the middle of the fight, and I feel like CANELO closed the fight in those last 3 rounds. So I actually did the night of the fight have it a draw, because to me, neither guy was on top of their game. Okay, I feel like it was, in the lead up to the last fight, to me, was too friendly. You could tell Triple G was just happy that he finally was getting a payday. CANELO, he seemed slightly fearful of Triple G's power, but I will say this: if you notice in that first fight, once he felt that power, CANELO was eating some heavy punches from Triple G, man, and Triple G was not the one who they claim, he criticized CANELO for not fighting what he called Mexican style, which is disrespectful in my opinion. Who the F are you to say what Mexican style is? You ain't no Mexican. But in my opinion, he was the one. CANELO was fighting like he fights. CANELO is a counterpuncher. CANELO is a skilled boxer. That's why before the last fight, I thought CANELO was going to easily beat Triple G, because I wasn't sold on Triple G's boxing ability in comparison to CANELO. The thing is, Triple G can box, but I always felt like CANELO's skills were just better. Okay, and they were saying to me CANELO wasn't running. CANELO was counterpunching. CANELO was landing some good shots. But the reason I feel swayed, even though, long story short, after that fight, I was like, man, I don't even care if it's a rematch. I felt like it was a draw. I felt like Triple G won, but I could see why it was a draw. When it was a draw, I wasn't surprised. They're gonna try to milk this. They want at least 2 fights, or if not a trilogy, to get as much money out as possible. So I was not surprised. And I guess my biggest thing was this time around, for one, if these guys aren't going to fight any of the other top guys in their division, after this fight is completely pointless to me. Okay, no purpose of it. It's a high grade exhibition if these guys aren't going to fight anybody. All right, but I will say, man, I do think Canelo, to me, I think Canelo has the mindset to fight anybody more so than Triple G, especially at this point in their careers. I do think Canelo would fight. I do think he would fight the best. I do. I think his issue is Oscar. I feel like Oscar doesn't always want to put him in there with certain guys because that's his only cash cow on Golden Boy. That's the only one who can bring in the kind of money that Canelo do. Nobody else can get remotely close to what Canelo can do for Golden Boy. So I feel like Oscar always been kind of hesitant, even how long it took for them to make the Triple G fight. But I think after Triple G, who knows? You know, if Canelo get in there and knock out Triple G, hey, Oscar might feel like Canelo invincible, you know, and put him in there with some everybody. So I do in a way want Canelo to win because I feel like it's not gonna be no duck game going on with him compared to Triple G, who getting up there in age, starting to make more business decisions and things of that nature. All right, but get to right now why 24/7 kind of changed my mind on this fight, man. I wasn't interested, but I like what I was hearing from both guys. I think this time it's not buddy like last time. These guys legitimately I don't think they like each other. You know, I don't think it's no build up to the fight. I think Triple G was very disappointed that Canelo got popped, that he popped dirty. I think Canelo was dropping some truth bombs in the beginning of that episode, man, critiquing Triple G's resume. I mean, he did it. He critiqued Triple G to a T. He G-checked him. All right, he went down the line, and I was like, man, Canelo is saying things I've been thinking all these years. You know, he said he ain't fought nobody. Say he can be robotic. You know, at times, even though I feel like this. I feel like that's a myth about Triple G. Triple G can box, man, but you know he went in. Canelo went in, but to me, Triple G has a lot of animosity too. And made some points. Canelo, to me, after that episode, it further confirmed that it was no meat issue, which I never thought from the beginning. I think he was dirty. All right, you could tell by the way I think it was his father was talking. He sounded very unsure to me. He seemed more guilty than ever to me. But you can sense this real animosity with these guys. It ain't no friendly buddy. But I'm not gonna make my prediction on the fight yet. I'm saying that for another video. But 24/7, it really did change my perception of this fight, man. I actually think it's gonna be a good fight, and I think it's gonna end early. I think because of that first fight, both guys knowing each other now, I think both guys are gonna fight more of their style. I think Triple G, I'm hoping he fights like himself, because if he fought like himself last time, it wouldn't be no dispute over who won the fight, you know. So, but I think this time it's no excuse for him not to come out fighting like come out, you know, letting his hands go. All right, Canelo, no excuse. You felt the power. You need to come out and box like you know how, you know. But anyways, man, 24/7, like I said, it changed my perception of the fight, man. I wasn't interested, but just the way they were talking, the things they said, the feel, I think it's gonna be a good fight, man. They might get me. But anyways, man, let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all hit the subscribe button, like button, comment. Y'all have a productive day. Holla at y'all later. 1.